Hello everybody, my name is Ben and welcome back to a video on the Great Creative YouTube channel. Today we are back in Roblox Defenders Depot. Recently we made our rebirth and we're currently making our way back to the stage that we should be. However, I was recording this episode before, however there was a problem and that recording has just disappeared. So we now have more money, we're at a further stage and we're just going to have to deal with it. I came back, I removed all of the TESLAS that I placed and brought them back to crossbows, but that's all I could really do to change things. So, deal with it. It's annoying, and it happened, but we can try not have it happen. I don't know. I have no idea what happened. 1 second it was there, I tried to put it into YouTube, and then it just said processing has failed. I went back to the files and it was gone. Don't ask me. I mean, you can ask me, but I won't give you an answer, because I don't have an answer. That's how world work. Anyway, we have enough money to just place down a bunch of TESLAS now anyway, so I suppose we might as well do that as soon as we finish with this stage. Alright then. Are we currently... Oh, we're going to be losing at the moment, aren't we? We're losing, aren't we? Yeah, there's a lot of them blue robot dudes. Okay, so we're failing stages at the moment, probably because we got here with a bunch of TESLAS, but then I just kind of changed them all to crossbows. That's probably maybe a reason. Also, we can afford 60 TESLAS. So, why don't we buy 60 TESLAS? Not the car. Gosh, if I could buy 60 TESLAS, wow. What a time that would be, buying 60 TESLAS. Sounds like a Mr. Beast video. In this episode, I bought 60 TESLAS and gave them to homeless people. Gosh, I wish I could do that. It must be so fun being Mr. Beast. You can just do anything, because why not? Why open up a free car dealership? Why not? Make a bunch of escape room things. Sure, why not? Make a bunch of laser rooms. Sure, why not? Run away from a real FBI agent. Sure, why not? That mean, after all, why shouldn't I? But yeah, we have a lot of money, and we're going to upgrade things with said money. And then we're going to get good. To be honest, I can just let a round go through whilst I'm upgrading everything, because it's going to take a second to go through it all. And we've only spent, half of the money so far? I know we've still got a bit left to go for these upgrades, but still. We've got a lot of money. But at least we're making upgrades now. Okay, I'm good. Just realised I hadn't checked what time I started recording the video, so I didn't know how long to go on for, but I'm probably early enough into the episode to just call the time that it is now as the start time. Alright, so that's 4 rows done. However, those do also just have the snowball launcher and the overseer. We can probably afford another 3 rows, maybe not with full maxed out upgrades, but another 3 rows is a good estimate. So we'll do that next. Alright. And we lose. Alright. We need to do better. So let's do better. So we'll take out 3 rows and replace them with the TESLAS. Yep, that 3 rows. There we go. Tesla, here we go. Alright. Done. Let's get upgrading. We'll start a round whilst we go through with it. Yeah, we definitely don't have enough money to upgrade all of these, but we've got enough money to put a good dent into what we need. Actually, we really don't. We're going to upgrade like 3 of these. Yeah, maybe not the best. We got some upgrades here. Everything's going to keep coming through. We're going to do a lot more damage. I thought we'd be able to make a few more upgrades. Probably should have just stayed safe and gone for 2 rows, but, well, never mind. Okay, that's maxed out. Okay. Come on, we nearly have that upgrade. I think we can win this time. We've got some good defense here. There's not too many of them left, right? They do have quite a bit of health, though. They have a lot of health for the stage that we're at. Yeah. It's going to be hard to take these guys out. They have a lot of health. They do seem to get fairly weak by the time they get to the end. Not too much, but we're doing alright. I think we should be able to take them out pretty soon. We've reached our first standstill stage since Rebirth, stage 52, and we're actually starting to struggle a bit. But we are earning enough money to be able to progress still, so it's not like we're just running into a brick wall. Well, we are running into a brick wall. It's just a brick wall made of foam. Now that's the perfect metaphor. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Well, let's keep upgrading these guys. We're getting most of them maxed out. That's the first row done. Definitely should have just stayed safe with 2 rows. I could have gotten most of them maxed out. And then I could move on to a 3rd row later. But it's okay. How low are these guys on HP? Okay, a few of them are quite low. 42, 30. Around there. So you got 500 HP. 500, 800. Oof. Thinking like 1,200 health left to destroy. So 1,200. I mean, when you're upgrading just 10 with that one upgrade, only going up by 10 damage, really doesn't seem like enough. I mean, that one's 15. I mean, what's the first upgrade? How much damage is that doing? That's doing 10 as well, so it's 10, 10, 15. I don't think it's okay. Upgrade speed by 0.1 on the last upgrade, and for the second upgrade adds 2 range. So it's really not that big of a difference between upgrades. Or at least you'd think. I mean, putting it into perspective, if you're adding 10 damage, you know, originally it's 25, isn't it? It's originally 25? Or 15. Yeah, so 10 is 2/3 of that. So 10 is actually pretty good putting it into perspective like that. But it's not like we've got a better alternative anyway, so we're moving along with this. Alright. These guys are strolling through to my demise. How much health are they on? What, 200? Still a while to go with that. At least we're still beating 93% of players. That's pretty neat. Probably beat more if we keep trying though. How are other people doing? 595th rebirth! Whew. They must be going through so quickly. It's nearly at their 600th rebirth. That's crazy. That's mad. Wow, okay. Just mute that. Still got it on in the background. But yeah, nearly getting to the 600th rebirth. Hope we get there soon. I mean, we're already a 5th of the way to our 2nd rebirth, so that's nice. Could get there in the near future. well, maybe not to 600 rebirths, but I'm not going to stop till I get at least somewhere near there. Oh, we might actually win this time. We've only got 300 or 400 health total between the two. That's one down. 200. 100. Woo! Victory! 94% of players. Let's go! Nice. Alright. There's the max out there with that guy. And the last one of this row here. Let's start getting it maxed out. Let's hope there's a bit of difficulty gap. A few difficulty gap changes so that we can just skip through a few. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? That'd be fun game, wouldn't it? Wink, wink. I don't have a face cam, so you can't see me, but I'm winking. Yep, okay. Alright, these guys running through. We've got a few of the ninjas running through. They move really quickly, but they're not getting to the end by the time the Teslas just destroy them. They have low health and they move quickly. Teslas, high damage. I mean, they have low speed, but still going to get rid of them. You know, you're not making it all the way to the end like that. Not at all. You need big, bulky, slow guys to get to the end. You know, the fast dudes don't get anywhere near. But here we go, some difficulty gap weirdness. Some weird difficulty gap stuff that the developers seem to have missed. And look at that, we're progressing quicker now. Let's go. Oh gosh, that's a lot of guys. I mean, we took them out pretty quickly in the previous stage. However, I don't think there were as many as that. Plus, we got some of the blue guys coming up behind. There is absolutely no spacing there. That could be a problem. Snowball launchers, kind of compressing them together, slowing them down. Just good. Okay, some ninja guys are trying to run through, but that's just not happening. That's just not happening. Nice try, but you're not getting through. Alright, the blue robot guys are taking it out in front. To be honest, I don't know if we'll even get past the blue robot dudes. I mean, we've managed to destroy everyone at the back. They must just, like, they look really tall, but they must just not have enough health. The only real threat here is these robot dudes. And these guys could do a lot of damage to me. Oh, it's fine. They're just gone now. Okay. They went quicker than I thought they would. Alright. On stage 444. The 444. Oh, and also the 55. You know, we're on stage 444 overall, stage 55 since our rebirth. So it's 444, 55. Nice. Alright, well, as we go into the next stage, we should be able to build, maybe not another row of Teslas, but at least one, maybe two more. What are they, 10k each? We should actually earn enough to be able to maybe do the row. Each of those sell for like 1.5k each, maybe a bit less. So we're looking at 4, 5, we'll just say 5k from there, which means we'd need, brain is blanking on maths, 35k to be able to make the full row, which is entirely possible. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we can get a full row then. Won't be able to get a full second row though. Definitely not. We're not earning enough money to do that. But I don't know if we should be able to make it through. There's only 2 left, right? Yeah, we made it. Nice. Alright, let's get building them. We don't even need to sell these to be able to place the Teslas. But obviously we have to make space, so they are sold either way. Bonk, 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 bonk. Nice, okay. We can't max these guys out yet, but by the time that any enemies actually get to this side, we'll probably have 1, maybe 2 of them maxed out anyway. It's really not too much of a problem. Got some more of them tall dudes, those tall ice soldiers. I remember back at the beginning of this when I gave every single class a name, Every single class of any enemy, I gave it a name. But then eventually I just got bored of it because it was every 5 stages. It was just, there were so many things coming through that you could barely see what was actually new. And some of the designs just got repetitive. And so it's just like, oh, this is just Blue Ninja again. But this time, more blue. So I stopped doing that. I don't remember half the names I gave any of these guys, so it's just Blue Robot Dude, Guy, Bro, Amigo, Friend, and then Tall Ice Soldier. Dog. God. Oh, God damn it. Right. We've actually maxed out 2 of these already, that's really good. And the enemies just aren't even going to reach this back row anyway. They didn't even reach this back row. These guys that we just put in didn't make a single difference. They didn't make a difference whatsoever because they just didn't make it that far. Which means we're going to get this one maxed out before they get here. So, yeah, we're good. We're flying easy. I got some red robot guys. They're coming through a lot faster, but, you know, like the ninjas, not got enough health. We take them out pretty easily on, the 3rd, 4th row. Yeah, there's a few of them there that might make things slightly challenging, but there's just so much spacing between them that they're just not making it any further than the previous one. We're just pushing them back constantly. And would you look at that, they're all dead. They didn't make it anywhere with that. Well, with that, we shall move on to the final row here. And place Teslas down all the way here. Okay. Done. Fight. And let's get upgrading. Start with this side where it's oh, I don't need one here. I can't, because that doesn't reach anything there. Even if I upgrade it, it barely reaches anything, and it attack things like once. It's not worth the money, I gotta get rid of it. It's fine, we'll sort that out in between stages. Alright. They're all waltzing through. You think you can defeat me? You can't. We're running through. They actually got a fair bit of health, I'm surprised. They seem to be dying too quickly to have that much health. We must just be really powerful. Well, we failed that time, but I'm sure we can pass through. Oh, I forgot to sell that last one. Dang it. Never mind. We'll get it soon. Okie dokie. I just realised the absolute 0 isn't placed down either. What? Okay, we're just gonna have to sort out a few things. Yeah, does it really matter? Does it really matter? Because I've got something planned for the next episode. Because we're not going to do any more upgrades now. That's it. That's all the upgrades we're going to do in this episode. Because the next turret is the Orb of Light. The video that I did ages ago on the Orb of Light has upward... let me find how many views. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Actually, I can just find it in the playlist instead. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. It has 3,155 views with 52 likes. How? I don't know. The thumbnail is out of date because there's been like an update since then, and so like the icon for the Orb of Light is wrong. And they all came because of search terms of what does the Orb of Light do in Defender's Depot? Just specifically from that search term. And this video still gets, what was it, like 60 views a day? Oh, in a month, sorry. Not a day, jeez. Still gets, yeah, about 60 views a month. So that wasn't even like aiming to answer the question. But now, on the next episode, I'll remove everything here. I'll start placing down orbs of light. And I will answer the question, what does the orb of light do in Defender's Depot? Because apparently people don't know. Like, that video was so bad as well. It was the fourth video in the series. The fourth video. And it was terrible. Why did people watch it? I don't know. Am I disappointed in the video? Yes. Is there anything much more to say? No. No. That's about it. Yeah, that's planned for next episode. But this is not next episode. So we'll move on to the Orb of Light next episode. I'm just repeating things that don't make sense. Okay. Next episode we do that. This episode is over, actually. I do believe that is all the time I have for today's episode. So, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, and as always, stay creative.